All right, we have an interview now with the guys from Avanto, that is a Finnish wormhole group, and they have just survived a wave of an eviction that was coming at them. So let's meet Scale. How are you doing, Scale? It's an FC.
I'm doing good. Kinda sad we didn't win. We didn't lose it because we hate our hole, but yeah, doing good and pretty happy.
Doing good. I got that. And
Yeah.
and also from Avanto is Lux.
Cheers. How's it going?
Good. Lux is the capital FC from that same battle. And also we have from Talking in Stations our news director, Abby Rova. How are you doing, Abby?
I'm good, Manuel. Thanks.
All right. Let's start with what were the reasons behind this eviction? This is a very interesting one. That's why we're taking some time to talk about it. Let's talk about why it happened.
Well, like I think 3 months ago, Parabellum tried to evict our friend, Band of Magus, their Czechoslovakian wormhole group. We did help them and they did survive the eviction. And like, I think 1 or 2 months later, we decided we go evict Parabellum with a lot of guys. That didn't go so well because of free hole and we didn't manage to destroy their boss, so we couldn't log off and they got like, I think 150 guys in, so we just gave up on that and now they come to evict us with the revenge and that kind of stuff.
And Lux, what is your view on this?
It's pretty much all for content. It's a spiral of revenge, and now it's our time to get evicted, or at least it's our time to, yeah.
Did I understand that you defended a Czechoslovakian wormhole group against these same invaders?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because the invaders are Russian. You guys are Finnish. Is there any kind of Russian-Finnish rivalry here?
I don't think so. It's just like for content and like there is not any like rival content. I guess the Russian is just being the group that we have been doing revenge and they have been doing counter evictions and yeah.
Okay.
But pretty much just for content, I think.
Just for content, just for fun. It's not a nationalistic thing or okay.
No, not any like personal.
Well, because Eve used to be, I wouldn't say it was nationalistic, but there was certain styles and rivalries, or I should say competitiveness, not rivalries, between Europe, between Scandinavia, between United States players that were a little bit late to this, but Russian players that were early to this. So there has been sometimes interesting things that happen around national identities of players in groups inside the game. So and Russians are prominent in wormholes. So I was wondering if there was anything there.
Yeah, true. It used to be so. And for example, Finnish groups have a history at nullsec going against Russians. And then there used to be a little bit of that. But after all, like Russian and Finnish, even though history is what it is, we don't really have any grudges. We're just both like vodka and fighting.
I saw that there's a commercial out there or something. And is that from you guys? Is that from Avanto that talks about the only difference? Yeah, we're going to play that so that people watch it.
We have been expecting you. We are prepared. After our first engagement, you know that we will fight. We know that you are capable. So are we. We know you have massive capital support. So do we. But we have something you don't have. Much better vodka. It makes our pilots strong. It makes our pilots do things they would not normally do. It makes us courageous. It makes our pilots stay awake much longer than you. It makes us laugh when you cry. This will be a long fight. The question is, how well are you prepared?
Is it commercial or is it like amazing propaganda, right?
It's both.
I mean, it's
so
Talk us through the psychology of being a wormhole group, and you're always up for grabs in wormholes, right? You can always be attacked, but when you see a group actually coming in with a significant force and it feels like an eviction, or when do you know it's an eviction? What's that feel like? And then what do you do after you realize what's going on?
I got like massive when I wake up and I saw the Slack ping that we are getting evicted. I get massive adrenaline rush immediately, and I was so hyped because we have been waiting for this like 1.5 year, and we of course started like planning what we're gonna do when we take the whole control, who we're gonna call to help, and that kind of stuff. And
yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. We wait for it. We're waiting for the eviction. It will come eventually. So it's not really a surprise to be the target at last. It's more about getting hyped up and getting people who have been AFK for some time, not in the game, get them back in, get everybody together and drink some beer and have fun.
Mhm.
So it's actually a happy thing.
A happy time.
Yeah.
Well, you're Finnish, so there must be a hot tub involved in some way too.
Oh yeah, just check our little ad.
Yeah. Also, CCP did what was it called, Fan Fest at home, and the winner of that contest was a player that invited CCP to have a fan fest in their house, and the winner was from Finland, and so you had CCP have a nice chat by the fire, and then they had some food in the sauna, and it was a little party that everybody was invited to. That was funny. So you guys hype everybody up. This is going to be a good time. Did you have to bring in friends to help you defend, or is that something you because that seems to be common practice, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of friends, of course, the other corps from our alliance, Holy Control, and some other corps like Outfit, Little Red Riding Hole. What else did we have?
We had Outfit, we had Dark Venture. There was like quite a many people that came on. The guys really had our backs there. So many amazing people came and defended. It was amazing.
So you had some help. People rallied to your side, and that helped you pull out the victory this time, or at least defend your space. But you're not at all certain that it won't happen again later down the road. Let me ask you: did the guys that you helped defend show up to help you?
The Czechoslovakian guys are.
Bobas was that. Yeah, Bobas is actually part of Whole Control now. So they were in with full force, so to say.
All right, so you Avanto guys live in a black hole. What are the black hole effects on your ships and your doctrines? Does it help you or hurt you to be in there?
As in all the effects, they have their upsides and downsides. The black hole has the effect of ships moving faster. I think it's like we live in a C5, class 5, so it's 86% faster, but they have reduced agility. And also there is a missile explosion velocity that helps the bigger missiles project better into smaller targets. So it's we have our home defense fits that try and use this to our advantage. Not going to go into those because OPSEC. But it's black hole isn't the easiest place to live in as a larger group. But when it comes to the tactics of it, you can definitely try and do funny things with the speed.
Yeah. My next question is, how does somebody defeat you? Just kidding.
Yeah, that's we'll see on the Sunday when the passes come out of reinforcements if the guys will bring a new composition that will possibly counter us.
All right. One last question. this has to do with the industry changes. How do you think the industry changes will affect wormholes, and will it create some advantages, disadvantages? Will it create more, I guess, incentives to fight or to farm in wormhole space? How's this all going to affect you guys?
Scarlett, you've done more industry than I have. You got to answer to this.
I think like capitals in home defense will become more rare if you don't own the capitals yet. So like it's too expensive to buy like tier 2 carriers like we did. And of course there will be a lot of less side threats because they will be like, I don't know, 5 bill each. It's not worth farming with them anymore.
So can I ask you, do you think like marauder farming will go up and like capital farming will go down?
Maybe.
It's really hard to say. I haven't checked the marauder industrial needs for after the change, but it's a possibility.
I think a lot of people will start farming with Nestors and Lesaks more.
Oh,
yeah,
Sheks
that's
and
also
Nestors, both going up in
Yeah.
price.
Yeah, they're used in remote rep compositions for wormhole sites.
Yeah.
Dominic's works is kind of a smaller, cheaper version.
Navy Dominics?
Yeah.
You can also do the regular Dominics, but the downside to it is that they're a lot slower. So the Nestor Leshak is preferred.
Oh, I see.
Certainly at the C5, C6 level.
Yep.
All right, thanks. By the way, Scale, when I know it's really late for you, and so you're probably barely awake, but it's so funny. You remind me of Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi when she's dressed up as that bounty hunter. I love that character. All right, nice to meet you guys.